And we're in. Yes, I'm still on the terrible mic. I am currently on vacation with my family, but of course, I'm still going to bring you all of the update news with the brand new update on Fisch. So, like I always do, let's go through all of the new rods that have come to Fisch. Let's unlock them and let me test them for you guys, just so that you don't have to waste your time and money going for rods that might not be that good. So, first things first, there are 2 rods that you get from reaching level 2000 and 2500, but there are also 2 rods that you can get from just doing some pretty easy quests. Now, in order to do those quests, you have to have a C2 unlocked, so let's quickly go ahead and leave C1, let's go to C2 and start the first quest. Alright, here we go, we're in C2, so shipwright, get me my jet ski please, buddy. So in order to get the first rod, we're going to do the first easy quest. Now, to do this one, we actually have to go over towards Lobster. By the way, guys, I'm so sorry about my mic, dude. There's nothing that I can do. Like I said, I'm on vacation with my family right now. I just still want to bring you guys these videos rather than not posting for like the next 4 days. Oh, wait, why did I go down here? Rip. But instead of just not posting the videos, I thought, well, let's just deal with the funny bad mic. Okay, so what we need to do is basically head in the direction of the Blue Moon entrance door. So that would be right here. As you guys know, this is where you can get the Blue Moon idol. But what we want to do is basically go to the other side of this. So if we go right over here and we go next to this tree, there should be a little carrot. There it is. So you'll see this kind of sticker or like post-it note on the tree where it's a little carrot. You can go ahead and claim this. And when you get it, it says you discovered a strange note. Scrawled on it, glub glub, luck luck. Maybe someone's waiting to hear this. Now, apparently, there is some sort of a bunny on the island somewhere. I actually don't know where this is, but that's who you're supposed to go ahead and talk to next. Oh, and I found him. Okay, if you basically just go behind that area, behind where the tree was, you'll find this dude, a tiny little carrot man called Carrot Bunny? Carrot Beanie? Why is he so small, bro? Is that a mistake or is he meant to be this tiny? Oh, look at him. He's kind of cute, though. Wait, did I just climb him? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, let's talk to this dude. What's the password, bub? Banana, giant, shiny, ancient kraken, glub, glub, luck, luck. It's got to be glub, glub, luck, luck, right? Very well. Okay, so that takes you through a portal, and here we are. We are officially in the carrot garden. If this isn't the most random thing that Fisch have ever added in, I don't know what is, bro. Like, what is going on in here? Can I talk to these people? Bro, what is this? Is this like in celebration of something? Is there some sort of a carrot-themed holiday that I'm not aware of? What is going on? Well, anyway, inside of here somewhere, there should be a rod. I actually don't see it. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so just next to the portal, there's a rod called a carrot rod. It costs 75,000 cash of obviously the money in the second sea. I've currently got 7 million, so let's go ahead and buy this one. And there we go. We've unlocked carrot rod. So let's make our way back outside. And I guess let's test this bad boy just over here at Lush Grove. So I'm not going to be doing an insane test on these. I'm just going to do it how I do it every time with you guys. I'm going to show you the rods, how much they cost, and whether they're actually worth getting or not. All right, so let's go into equipment bag. And if we go on carrot rod, now because this is a second sea rod, you don't have the minus 50% at second sea, and you should be able to use it in the first sea as well. So the stats are 85% lure speed, which is actually really good. Luck 125%, which is okay. Control 0.15, that's okay. Resilience 25%, which is pretty good. And max kg of 10,000 kg. Is that 10,000 or 100,000? It looks really tiny on my laptop. Okay, yeah, 10,000. So underneath it, it just says rich in nutrients. Oh my days. What is this, bro? No, what is this? Why is there just a carrot in Fisch? What is going on? Why did they add this in? I have no idea. All right, what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put on coral bait. Wait, what is this? This is a different type of coral? Oh, that's coal. Dude, I'm so stupid. Guys, I think I might be going blind. All this text is so small on my laptop. I am so not used to recording like this. Okay, let's go ahead and throw this out. We should have instant lure. Yes, we do. Okay, the control bar is actually huge. That's insane. So right now, we've got a plus 10% progress, but that's because of the fish that we're catching, I believe. Yeah, okay, it was because of the fish, not because of the carrot rod. So far, I don't see any difference with the carrot rod. We haven't gotten any sort of mutation, but the control bar is very big. Like, very big. This is super easy to use. So overall, it seems like a W second C rod. Like, this one you can actually easily use in the second C, and you don't need to do any sort of rebuffing like with the first C rods in the second C. You can just use it. It's got a super high lure speed, so we can get the instant lure, and of course, it's got pretty good luck as well with 125% luck. So if we have a look at the actual stats on the carrot rod, we can see these are the stats that are displayed in game, which is fine. But then we can see this here. There's a 5% chance for the carrot mutation, which is an 8x value. What? Bro, that's like the same as the ethereal prism rod. That's actually insane. Except, of course, it's a lower chance of getting it. Then we've got a 5% chance to spawn a carrot pool for 5 minutes, guaranteeing carrot mutation for all fish caught by all players. Oh, whoa, that's actually insane. Okay, so you can actually create a carrot pool and then use a different rod and still get the carrot mutation. I'm trying to look at a picture for the carrot mutation, but it's not appearing. Okay, in that case, what we could do is just let's keep fishing until we manage to get it for ourselves. There's only a 5% chance, so this could take some time, but we should be able to get the carrot mutation eventually. So this is kind of like the Zeus rod where it creates a pool, and there's a 5% chance of it happening, except instead of it being an epic looking Zeus mutation, it's supposed to be some sort of a carrot mutation. Oh, okay. Did you see that? A giant carrot just came down from the sky. It's kind of like the banana skin that you could buy for the Heavens Rod in the past. Okay, so now that we've got the giant carrot that came down, am I going to be able to catch carrot mutation? What just happened? You guys saw that, right? Okay, I'm still not getting the carrot mutation, though. The carrot did come down from the sky, but no carrot mutation. Maybe it's bugged, or maybe I've just done something wrong. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Oh, is that it? It looks orange. What is this? There it is. Okay, we've got a carrot mutation. We got a carrot Merc Drifter. Okay, so I have no idea why a giant carrot came down from the sky, because after that happened, we didn't get any carrot fish, but after about 5 catches, we got the carrot fish. Really weird, really random. I have no idea why that carrot came down. All right, so I've kept fishing for quite a while. I still haven't had a carrot pool appear. Once again, it could just be that I'm getting kind of unlucky because it's only a 5% chance, but I swear when the carrot came down from the sky, that should have been the carrot pool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and catch this fish. Let's just take a look at the carrot mutation that I did catch, and then we can move on to the next rod. So if I quickly show you guys, this is the Merc Drifter. This is normally what the fish looks like. It's all green like this. And this is it with the carrot mutation. Ooh, okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like a super epic mutation. Maybe it looks a little different depending on how you catch it. Oh, it does look different. Okay, so it changes colors. That's actually pretty sick. So you can get like different types of oranges and yellows. I always like it when they add it, like these kind of color changing fish. But is the mutation itself super insane looking? No, it isn't. Would it still look cool on a Megalodon and a Scylla? Yeah, it would. Is this rod worth getting? I guess it kind of is if you don't have an epic rod in the second sea and you don't want to debuff your first sea rods. But overall, is it an insane rod compared to like first sea rods? No, it isn't. So I'm going to give this rod like a 6 out of 10. If anything, it's just super cute looking. All right, so for the next rod, it actually begins here. So what you want to do is go to Islay of New Beginnings in the second sea. And you'll see this little pirate right here called Dead Man Joe. Now, if we go ahead and speak to Dead Man Joe, he'll say, well, you don't seem like the type to shy away from a good legend, huh? Depends on the legend. What do you have in mind? Ever heard of Oscar's Locker? Now, this is the really epic rod. Probably the best rod in the game now. So that's what we're going to be going for. And we're going to go ahead and unlock Oscar's Locker. So no, what's that? It's a deep crack down in the seafloor, hidden ancient. Go on. It hides more than treasure. It hides curses, madness, and hope. Curses and hope, that doesn't make much sense. Oscar was a great fisherman from the old days. So, of course, if you guys remember Cthulhu, Oscar is the guy that pushed the Cthulhu dude into the water. The sea took his brother. Oscar dove into the depths to bring him back. Did he succeed? He came back, but it wasn't the same. Something changed him. A curse, sunken zone, forgotten by time. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and skip all this dialogue. We don't really need to see this. Basically, what he's asking for is an amulet. It's hidden in the Grand Reef. So I say, just laying there, he says, not exactly, draw your own conclusion. So bring the amulet back, and there's more he can tell us about Oscar. And of course, he left a great weapon behind, the Great Rod of Oscar. All right, so now we've got Dead Man's Tail. This is what we're after. So we need to find the amulet in the Grand Reef and bring the amulet to the Dead Man Joe to get more information. So we need to go back to the first sea and go back to the Grand Reef. I'll just see you guys once I get there. And here we go. We're arriving back at the Grand Reef in the first sea. So what we need to do is go up this ladder here, and there it is. You'll see this little shipwreck just to the right, and underneath it you can see the amulet. So if we go ahead and take Oscar's amulet, what we need to do is go back to the second sea once again now and give it back to Dead Man Joe. All right, I've made it back to the second sea. Let's go back to Islay of New Beginnings, and if we go back to Dead Man Joe, I'm saying back a lot here, dude. All right, we can go ahead and pull out the amulet now. So we should have it in our inventory. There it is, amulet. Now if we grab the amulet and we talk to Dead Man Joe, he'll say, I see you've returned, and judging by that glow, you have found it. Is this the deep sea amulet? Aye, the deep sea amulet. You've no idea what you're holding. Okay, what does it do? It protects your soul as you descend into Oscar's Locker. Okay, so can I enter now? Yeah, but not beware that place changes those who linger for too long. Okay, so we're not supposed to be in there for super long. At the heart of the locker lies the Great Rod of Oscar. All right, so we gained 20,000 XP for this quest, and he allows us to go in. Well, I wish I could go with you, but I'm too old for that. Good luck. All right, well, we'll see you in a second, buddy. Let's go to Oscar's cave. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not actually 100% sure where this is. I know it's somewhere near Cursed Shores, so let's go ahead and find it together. So if we go towards Cursed Shores, underneath the water, so okay, it's right there. I can see it. There's a little red bit coming up from right there. All right, so right at the front of Cursed Shores, you guys should see a cave down here. So what we can do is let's get equipped with, I guess let's go water bubble, right? So we can actually breathe underwater. Then we're going to need tide breaker so that we can swim quickly. We're, of course, going to need our super flippers. And we've got the glimmerfin boots on, so we should be really quick going through the water here. All right, here it is. So this is what it looks like. Now, because we've got the amulet, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to hold it out. I don't think you actually have to hold it. So let's go ahead and use the tide breaker here just so we can travel even quicker. So what we can do, it's basically like Mariana Vale. You just follow it all the way through. I guess you could even probably get a submarine down here, but I'm just going to travel it on my own because I don't think it's actually that long of a tunnel. We should be able to get out pretty quickly. All right, and there it is. Yep, it doesn't take that long, and we've now made it out. Ooh, wait, why is it all red there? Can we fish here for like super rare stuff? Let me get rid of the water bubble. All right, let's have a look at this. If we fish right here, what do we get? Oh, you can't. Oh, you literally can't fish here. Okay, that's super random. All right, so if we walk around somewhere, there should be an Oscar's rod. So obviously this is like a treasure room. You know what this reminds me of? If you guys have ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean, it looks like that treasure room that the pirates go into. Oh, okay, here we go. This is where Oscar's rod is. So just through here, you'll see it floating. And this is a Great Rod of Oscar. It costs 5 million cash over at the Second Sea. So make sure you guys get your cash up for the Second Sea. Now, if we click on it, you can see it has pretty insane stats. A relic of the Dead Man's Tale with a moderate boost to experience. Has a 5% chance to apply the spirits of Oscar. So these are the stats on it. Lure speed 95%, luck 280%, control 0.1, resilience 10%. So those two are actually worse than the Carrot Rod, but it does have an infinite max kg. All right, let's go ahead and buy it. And yes, I really did just spend 5 million of the Second Sea cash just so that you guys don't have to. Okay, well, let me go ahead and use my conception conch just to make our way back outside here. I don't think there's anything else in this area, so we can just go ahead and leave. Now, if we go to equipment and we type in Oscar, there it is. Great Rod of Oscar. All right, now before we get fishing, let's have a look at all of the stats properly. So it is a stage 4 rod at the Second Sea, which is the very first stage 4 rod that you can get. Like we said, it costs 5 million cash. We've gone through all of the stats, but this is the ability for it. So it gives you a plus 30% progress speed. That's insane. What? It gives you 1.25x XP from fish, so you gain more XP, which for me doesn't matter because I'm already max level. But it also has a 5% chance to apply the Oscar mutation, which is a 12x value, bro. What? So that is now the highest value fish you can get alongside the chaotic mutation. All right, let's go ahead and just test out this rod and see how good it is. So because the lure speed is 95%, I don't even have to use coral bait, but I'm just going to stick with coral bait for now just to make sure I've got the instant lure. And look at that, plus 42% progress speed. Nah, that's actually insane, dude. That's actually so insane. Now, the control bar isn't the biggest, but it is still pretty big. Like, if you guys remember the old rods from the first sea, this control bar is still insanely big compared to those. The best part about it is honestly the plus 30% progress speed. So let's go ahead and keep fishing until we get that 5% chance of getting the Oscar mutation. Oh, whoa. Okay, I literally just got it. Let's have a look at this. So I ended up getting the Abyss Dart in the Oscar mutation. So if we go ahead and look at the normal Abyss Dart. So normally it looks like this. It's this kind of pink-purple color. With the Oscar mutation... Oh, is that it? It's basically the colors of the rod, kind of like this dark brown, this red, and this orange. And that's it. Wait. Maybe it's because I've got performance mode on. If I turn performance mode off... Nope, that's literally it. Okay. All right, I'm going to be honest with you guys. That is a huge L. A huge L. For a 5% mutation chance, it looks worse than the Carrot Rod. What? Okay, if we have a look at Carrot again. Bro, in my opinion, the Carrot mutation looks better. Like, the colors actually look better than the Oscar mutation. The Oscar mutation looks so boring. Okay, that's actually a huge L. As far as the rod itself, the rod is insanely good. It gives you more XP, and you can get the fish super easily. So if you guys are trying to grind to max level, this is now probably the best new rod to reach max level with. However, getting the mutation, it's super underwhelming. There's only a 5% chance. Now, it does sell for a lot of money, but Fish devs, if you're watching this video, please change the look of this mutation. It actually sucks, dude. All right, so that is 2 out of the 4 new rods. So the first 2, you have to complete quests like I did in order to be able to get them. But for the next 2, they're simply level rods. So we did get a brand new level 2500 rod, but we also got a new rod for reaching the level 2000. So you don't even have to be max level. So these are classed as the stage 10 rods in the first sea. Previously, Seraphic Rod used to be the best rod you could get, but that's now a stage 9 rod. So the next one on the list, the level 2000 rod, is called Fang of the Eclipse. Now, if we have a look at the stats for it, it doesn't actually appear as a minus 50% in the second sea, because of course, to get the level 2000, you have to be in the second sea anyway. Whereas the Seraphic Rod still has minus 50%, because this is the max level rod that you get from the first sea. Anyway, if we have a look at the stats for the Fang of the Eclipse, this is it. So alert speed 80%, which is pretty good. Luck 80%, which is pretty bad. Control 0.15, which again is pretty good. Resilience 20%, which is pretty good. Max kg is a lot less than you'd think it would be, though. It's literally just 25,000 kg. So you're probably wondering, all right, Bacha, this rod looks epic. It looks like a sword, but what do you actually do with this rod? It only has a max kg of 25,000. Why? Well, first of all, we can of course use the invincible enchant, which gives you max infinite kg on any rod that you want. But this rod is super special because it's packed with a ton of abilities. So if we have a look here, these are the abilities for the rod. There's a 10% chance to apply the Solar Blaze mutation, which is an old mutation that you can get from the eclipse, basically. It gains the following during an eclipse. So if there's an eclipse active, this is what happens to the rod. It adds to stats plus 99% lure. So you get instant lure. Like, I don't even know why you need an extra 99 lure. That's just insane. You get an extra 250% luck. However, the control goes down to minus 0.3 control, and the resilience goes down to minus 60 resilience. So the reason they've done this is, if you guys remember the tryhard rod, I made a video on this rod in the past. It's basically like the dev rod that's really hard to use. Like, if I quickly show it to you guys, this is how it looked. It has a tiny control bar and it's just super difficult to use. And you guys have been constantly asking for this dev rod for yourself, so they've basically put that in the form of the eclipse rod. Now, these are some other stats as well. So rod gains infinite max kg and plus 50% progress during an eclipse. It has a 10% chance for the Umbra mutation, which is a 15x value, and 90% for Solar Blaze mutation. 15x is now by far the highest value you can possibly get in Fish. There's a 50% chance to multiply the weight by 0.5x and a 50% chance for a 1.75x multiplication on the fish's weight. Once again, that is the biggest weight multiplier in the game right now. It gives you a 15% to double catch and 5% to triple catch. You can actually triple catch now. What? So clearly, all they have to do is pop an Eclipse Totem and the stats just go absolutely insane, making this by far the best rod in the game. So let's go ahead and test this for ourselves. First things first, let's go ahead and make it daytime so that we can get a fresh Eclipse. Now, I should have some Eclipse Totems. All right, here we go. Dude, I am so excited to try this. This rod sounds absolutely insane. All right, here we go. It's nighttime. Let's pop the Eclipse Totem. Oh, wait, what am I talking? Wait, what am I talking about, dude? Eclipse is during the day. I'm an actual idiot. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. It's daytime, so let's now make it Eclipse. There it is. Okay, so if we now get Fish in, let's have a look at what things we can get here. So if you have a look, the control bar is tiny. Like, it's so small. But I'm not gonna lie, this one is nowhere near as hard to use as the tryhard rod. The tryhard rod had a minus 300% resilience. This one has only minus 60%, so it's definitely doable. There it is. We got the Solar Blaze mutation, so it gives us a 90% chance of every fish being the Solar Blaze mutation, which is insane. Okay, I was wrong. It's still pretty hard to use. Okay, it's still pretty hard to use. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess what I should do is go ahead and put some enchantments on this rod, right? Maybe get like control on it. That should help. All right, so let me go ahead and go to the second sea altar. All right, there we go. I put control on the rod. Now, I know you can get even better control with some other enchantments, or there's probably even better enchantments for this rod, but I'm just trying to test this super quickly before my laptop blows up from overheating. So let's make our way back outside, and let me actually swap to deep coral. So we're going to get a way better resilience of 50. Okay, let's use the Eclipse Totem. them. All right, now we should basically only have a minus 10% resilience, and we should have a way better control on the actual bar. Yeah, look at that, dude. Look at the size of the bar. Yeah, this is now easy peasy, man. Oh, there it is. It works. We got a double Solar Blaze Gale Snapper. Nah, this rod is actually so insane. Bro, this rod, okay, the Oscars rod, it's all right. It's kind of worth it. It costs 5 million. But if you guys can reach level 2000, this is the rod you want. We just got a double big Solar Blaze Foam Runner. What? This rod is insane. No, that's actually crazy. That's actually so crazy. Look at this. We just keep getting double fish constantly, dude. All right, let's keep going until we get the actual eclipse mutation. I want to see what that looks like. The Umbra mutation. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's why we're getting big as well, because there's a 50% chance that it gives you a 1.75x of the fish's weight. What? That is actually so insane. I cannot get over that. That is so crazy. Whoa, look at that. A giant Solar Blaze Foam Runner. Oh, there it is. We got it. Umbra Gale Snapper. Okay, wait. I'm fishing again. Let's quickly get another one out. All right, so I'm sure you guys saw the Megalodon that was going around like crazy, where it was the Umbra Megalodon. It looks absolutely amazing. So let me have a look at the mutation for myself. Umbra Gale Snapper. Whoa! No, this is insane. I need to get this on a Megalodon, bro. This looks so epic. So just to remind you guys, it's not even that hard to get. It's a 10% chance for the Umbra mutation, and it gives you 15x value. On top of that, we've got weight mutations. We've got 15% chance of double catch, 5% chance of triple catch, and the stats on the rod go absolutely crazy. The only one that goes really bad is the resilience is minus 60 and control goes to minus 0.3. But if you do what I did and you just use deep coral, that gives you a minus 10 resilience, which is really easy. And with control, or like use Herculean or whatever to get even more control, it honestly makes it insanely easy. Like, this rod is just absolutely insane. Look at that. Double big Solar Blaze Foam Runner, just like that. That is so crazy, dude. And you get extra progress speed and everything. No, I can't believe it. Giant Solar Blaze Surge Spike. This rod is so insane. All right, so now we're getting a mythical fish. As you can see, it's a little bit harder to catch, but it's still not insanely hard. Like, it's still doable. And there it is, Solar Blaze Gust Tail. Just like that. So clearly this rod is 1,000,000% worth it, bro. If you guys are not playing Fish anymore, come back to Fish just to try grind for this rod. It is so fun to use. It's actually unreal. It feels like I'm using some sort of a dev rod. Wow, I'm honestly so impressed by this. The Fish devs definitely cooked with this one. All right, so we can move on to the final rod. Now, I expect the next one to potentially be even better because it's supposed to be the level 2500 rod. So the brand new max level rod in Fish. So the name of this rod is called Astral Hook Rod. The stats on it are pretty good. Lure speed 100%, so you've got instant lure. Luck is 200%, which is really good. Control 0.2, which is really good. Resilience 20%, which is pretty good. Infinite max kg. Underneath it, it says tempered from the silence within. Descending stars. It draws from the power. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna read all this. It's absolute gobbledygook. But look at this rod. It looks so sick. Like, straight away, it just looks absolutely insane. But let's have a look at the actual abilities for it. Is it going to be better than the Eclipse rod? So here it is. This is officially supposed to be the best rod in the game right now. So if we have a look at the abilities for it, it's this. Stars fall from the sky when fishing, adding a 15% progress speed. All right, straight away, that's pretty good. Every 12 fish caught spawns an enchanted pool for 60 seconds, applying Astral Mutation, which is a 6x value at an 80% chance to fish caught by all players. All right, so anybody can fish in this pool and have an 80% chance of getting the Astral Mutation. It lasts for 60 seconds total, but underneath that it says a perfect cast followed by a perfect catch grants a 10% chance to fish up a random non-limited fish from the player's bestiary and apply the Stardust Mutation, which is a 7.5x value. So I'm not gonna lie, reading the abilities, this rod actually sounds kind of worse than the Eclipse rod. However, the Eclipse rod you can only use during the eclipse, really. That's the only time it's useful. This rod, you can use it whenever you like. So for the final time, let's test out the fourth rod on the list. Oh, by the way, Eclipse rod gets a solid 9 out of 10 from me. It's absolutely insane. The only thing that lets it down is you've got to use it during the eclipse, I guess. All right, let's test out this one. Let's see what's going on. So we can use deep coral because it's an instant lure anyway. The control bar is huge, and then look at this. What? Wait, did it literally just skip the progress altogether? What? Oh, it literally literally just skips progress. Okay, that's insane. So it just skips along the progress like crazy. So you can catch fish super easily. Oh, bro, that's basically another dev rod. That is super OP. That reminds me of the Seraphic rod when the Seraphic rod first came out. Okay, this rod is insane. It is super overpowered. Well, let's keep doing the 12 perfect catches and let's see if we can get this pool to spawn in. So far, we haven't managed to get any sort of a new mutation. Bro, no, this is insane. I wonder if this rod would work on the Scylla. If it works on the Scylla, that would be so crazy. Like, if it skips along the Scylla, it would be super OP. Look at it go. Oh, okay, there we go. We got the pool to spawn in. So it's a tiny little pool. So apparently any player can fish in there. And look at it. Astral Surge Spike. All right, let's keep fishing. Let's see what epic fish we can get here. I'm not going to lie. That mutation looked insane. Astral Firmament. Oh, okay. No, this mutation is insane. This mutation is actually insane. What is this? Everything's purple and glowy. No, that is so sick. Bro, that is so sick. Okay, the pool has officially disappeared. I got one more just before it disappeared, though. Okay, so that's the Astral mutation. You can see it on the floor. It basically chops up the fish. It looks like it gets missing parts. So if I quickly take a look at one, yeah, it kind of goes missing. Look, its head is missing. It's gone invisible, but it has this insane aura around it. Kind of looks like a black hole just sucking everything in. I'm not gonna lie, I actually love that. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Okay, so a perfect cast. It has to be a perfect cast followed by a perfect catch grants the Stardust mutation. All right, so we got the Astral one. That's the pool that spawns in. So what we have to do now is get a perfect cast. Okay, there we go. I got one. So now we need to do a perfect catch, which, let's be honest, it's super easy to do. So if we do this, there's a 10% chance that we get a random fish from our bestiary, which means you could legit pull out a Megalodon from anywhere or any other fish. Like, we could get a Scylla like this. Okay, perfect cast. Let's do a perfect catch. So I'm going to keep doing this until we manage to get the Stardust mutation. All right, as we're doing this, I'm also getting the Astral fish. So I wonder if Stardust would overpower Astral and potentially give us Stardust over Astral. I have no idea, dude. But I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to move away from the Astral just because we've seen that already. Let's just keep doing perfect casts. That's not perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Now we need a perfect catch. Oh, whoa, wait. Okay, it did work. I got both. I got Astral and Stardust because, of course, it gives you an extra fish. So you basically catch double fish, but one of them comes from your inventory, so it's just a completely random fish. All right, what was the first Stardust fish that I've ever caught in my life? Oh, wait, I've caught two apparently. What? Wait, what? When did I get two? And I got a mutated shark. No. Okay, let's have a look at this. So one of them is the halibut, which I literally just saw now. Oh, that looks insane. That looks so insane. It's kind of similar to the previous mutation that we just saw, the Astral one, but this one kind of pops outwards more, whilst also still sucking in this kind of gravity around it. Oh, that looks so good. All right, let me see on the mutated shark. Wait, what? What does fish become? I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I actually love it. I know fish has gone from a simple, like, chill fishing game to this, but guys, I am loving this progression. Not a lot of people might agree, but to me, this looks insane. Spam W's in the comments if you think this looks absolutely insane. What? All right, so there we go. That is the Astral hook rod. Honestly, absolutely insane rod as well, just because it skips along the progress part. It makes it super easy to catch any fish. Like, just to show you guys one more time here, look at this. Focus on the progress bar down there. It will just skip along and make it really, really quick. So insane rod with insane mutations this time around, but I'm not gonna lie, the Eclipse rod is still my favorite rod just because it has so much going on. You can literally triple catch fish, add weight to them, and get epic mutations along the way. Once again, probably a 10 out of 10 rod from me. This is just a beautiful rod, and it's finally worth grinding for level 2,500. All right, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make of it as you will. Go ahead and get the rods that you want to get. Either grind levels or go ahead and complete the quests and buy yourself the new rod. Subscribe for more content, and with that, I'll catch you in the next one.